Hi guys, welcome to Sustainable Stace. It's summer, and as your plants get thirsty and they need water, the best way to water them I've found is a really simple drip irrigation system. Something that has on and off taps, drips every 12 inches or 30 centimeters right to the plant that you're targeting with water. Nothing's wasted, and it's a miraculous way to have your water go right to the plants that you're wanting to water. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to set up Drip Irrigation 101 on Sustainable Stace.
I'm Stacy Taves. For me, healthy food and sustainability are totally connected. You can grow it yourself. Nature is generous.
Hey guys, welcome to Sustainable Stace. We're going to talk about drip irrigation today and how to set it up. The center of the drip irrigation system is basically having lines. This is a little tiny piece of one that have a drip right where my thumbs are, about every foot. And you can buy that in long coils. And then when you get to the end of your run and your garden bed doesn't need any more water, you just fold it over a couple times, put a wrap of tape around it, and you have ended the water supply. The really beautiful thing about using drip irrigation as opposed to especially overhead spray, sprinklers and stuff like that, it's completely quiet. So I set a timer to remind myself because you don't hear the sprinkler running with drip irrigation. You get to plant your plants right where the drips are. So if I have little plants, I'll plant them close together like beets or peas. But let's say I have a big plant like cabbage. I need 2-foot spacing between cabbages. I plant my starts or my seeds right where the drips are, so I know my water's going right to the plant I want to grow. It also gives me straight lines for planting my rows. I don't have to put out a string or anything like that. And here's a gorgeous thing additional to saving a lot of water. When you use drip irrigation, you're not watering the weeds because you're putting the water only to the plants you're trying to give water to. So that's really simple. Now, just to show you how to set it up, taking just normal city water that's coming off your house or an outbuilding or something in your garden, this is just a normal tap. You can buy one of these, and this is the center of what makes a drip irrigation system work. It's called a pressure reducer. It's got a little arrow on it here and a little arrow on it here showing water's going to come in this way and it's going to go out that way. I use one of these pressure reducers. I have over 1,000 feet of watering lines off one of them, and I just turn a few hundred feet on at a time. So all these settings just screw right in. And the beautiful thing is that if you ever get any sediment or any little pebbles in, there's a beautiful little filter. And that filter comes out like that. You spray it off with your hose, you pop it back on, and you've just made sure that you're not going to have your drip irrigation line clog up. Then you just need 2 types of line. This is line that has no holes in it, so there's no drips, and this is the line that does have drips, and they're the same size inside. It's called 1/2 inch. So at the top of all my garden beds, I run a line of this stuff that's fixed, and when I come to a place where I want to put a tap, then I just put in the right fitting. Now, they'll sell you one of these usually at an irrigation supply store, and it's just a really simple pipe cutter. Slip like that. You're going through anywhere you want. Let's say you have a cut in your line and you want to repair it. Well, just cut out the break. You'd put your line in both sides and clamp it on, and now your break is repaired. This would be how you put a T in so that you could have water coming in, water continuing on, and a drip line going down. How do these fasten together? I'm glad you asked. Tiny little clamps like this and a little clamping device like this. So if I say wanted to put a tap onto a drip line, first I'd put on a clamp, then I'd put on my drip tap. I fasten that clamp up there. The machine just goes like that. You squeeze it once, and it's on. You've got your off and you've got your on. And they've even got a brake stem on them, so on the back, if you go to the back, you can grab it with your tool and you can break it right off like that, and it's done, and you can use that tap again. The clamp you can't use again. They sell them typically in bags of 100, and it's about 25 cents per clamp, but it's well worth it because once you clamp it in, it's good to go. So between your city supply line, your pressure reducer with a filter on it, different attachments that let you repair breaks, tee off taps, or turn a corner. You can put all those on. You get your cutters with your line that has no perforations. You have your taps. You have lines with perforations every foot. When you get to the end of your bed, you crimp it over once or twice and wrap some tape on it. Now, I've told you before on other videos that if you want to build a bed, it works really well to preserve and protect your soil by not stepping on it. So I create beds that are 4 or 5 feet wide, and on a 4 or 5 foot wide bed, depending on what I'm growing, I can have 3 or 4 watering lines like what I have on this. Then I can reach in from my walking areas into my growing areas, and usually my beds, because I have quite a bit of space, 50 or 60 feet long, And usually if you just undo this at the end of the growing season, if it's coming into winter and it's going to freeze, your water lines will just drain out the end. I don't even bring my lines in for winter. I can leave them out. And they stand up to UV. I've had some lines out for 10 years. Nothing's broken down at all. Works really well, simple to do. So there's lots more tips to offer you on different videos. We're trying to get people pumped about doing simple, grow-it-yourself, urban-type gardening. So if you want to find out more from blog posts, see what I'm writing about, what I'm learning about, you can see all these areas on my website at sustainablestace.com. There's a birds and bees, fruit and veggies, and a seeds and soil section. So check out sustainablestace.com up here. That's going to get you in the loop of my blogs, my writings, seeing different videos and things like that. And then check out down in the bottom link here on the YouTube channel, click to subscribe there, and then every time I put out a new video down there that you've selected, you'll get a subscribe to your email, and you'll be able to see what's coming out on future videos or see ones that I've previously offered already. Hope that's helpful for you guys. Thanks for tuning in.